world's longest and the best. Got your curiosity? Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson. Well, what I'm mentioning is the world's longest and best water park in the world. They have a new attraction they're going to tell us about. Jeffrey's going to join us. Hopefully, ladies, maybe he's in his bathing suit. Wouldn't you? If you worked at Schlitterbahn water parks, I'd be in my swimsuit all the time. But he's standing by the tree houses that have recently opened, right, Jeffrey?
They are. So we're excited that our treehouse lodging is open. We also added some new treehouse cabins as well because they've been so popular so quick.
Well, I certainly want to stay in a cabin there now that you've won yet another Best Water Park in the World award.
It's hard to believe that we've been voted 14 consecutive years, literally since the award was created. It's very much like our Academy Awards every year, and since the award was created, we've been honored by our peers and guests to be voted as the world's best water park. And it's exciting that we continue to add new rides and attractions every year as well.
Well, certainly congratulations to you and your team for another well-deserved honor. Now just tell me, give me some background history. Which of the Schlitterbahn family members actually built this park?
Well, actually, we started off as a resort property first. We actually, in the 1960s, bought an older resort called Atlanta Park Resort. And then in the 70s, river tubing became extremely popular, even more so than it ever was in New Braunfels. So in 1979, our ownership group, the Henry family, decided to add a tube chute to the original part of our property, and literally that was it. There was a local grandmother that came up with the name Schlitterbahn, and it stuck because, again, it's different. It's a category of one. No one else. It's a name that when you hear, you don't forget, and when people talk about Schlitterbahn, you know exactly what we're talking about.
So it's not even a family name. It's totally made up.
Yes, it loosely translated means slippery road in German, so it's just a made-up name that one of our local grandmothers came up with, and obviously that was it, and the rest is history.
And for us non-Texans out there, where is New Braunfels?
It's halfway between San Antonio, it's just north of San Antonio, and south of Austin. It's what we call the foothills of the Texas Hill Country, which is a part of Texas that's filled with beautiful rolling hills, a lot of landscaping, rivers, and just really, really pretty. And that's where New Braunfels, Texas sits, right in the middle of that.
You know, Jeffrey, I want to turn your attention to water safety because in America it's reported that there's up to 10 drownings a day here. And it seems with the right type of water safety, we could prevent a lot of those. What tips would you share with our viewers?
Well, the first one, it seems very obvious, but it's don't swim alone, especially if you have kids. Make sure that you are watching them. As we know that drowning can happen extremely fast, and again, it's completely preventable, specifically if a parent is watching. So even if there are lifeguards around, parents are always going to be the first line of defense to make sure their kid is safe. The second thing is to get swimming lessons. It's not only a great way to prevent drowning, but it's also a great confidence builder for children. So that's another tip that we'd like to give. And also, whenever you enjoy our park, or if you're enjoying your own backyard pool, make sure that children that are either weak swimmers or not as comfortable with the water wear life jackets or some type of flotation device that's approved to just also give that extra level of protection. So those are three very easy things that you can do to completely obliterate drowning in your own pool, in your own backyard. And of course, there's a whole variety of things that we do on top of that to make sure you're having a fun and safe summer. We hire more than 2,000 lifeguards system-wide for our parks to watch you while you're here. None of our water depth is greater than 3 feet. So again, if you do fall out of your tube or you're in the water, you could just stand up. So there's a lot of other things that we do just to make sure that we're also doing our part to prevent drownings.
Those are great tips, Jeffrey. And before we go, we have to tell everyone about my favorite ride, the Master Blaster.
Well, the Master Blaster is our over-the-top thrill ride. It's a water coaster, which means not only does it go downhill like a traditional water slide, but we use high-velocity jets of water to rocket you back up like a roller coaster. So you have huge up and down hills, twists and turns. That was, when it opened many years ago, it was the first of its kind in the world. And to date, we've built almost 90 Master Blasters around the world. And the original are all here in New Braunfels and still entertaining legions of fans today.
Cool, cool, cool indeed. Now let's turn our attention to your newest attraction called the Falls.
Well, it literally is like roaring over Niagara Falls. It has that really cool roar sound that while you're tubing with your family, there's areas that are just slow and calm, and all of a sudden you drop over a waterfall. Then there's whitewater rapids, swift moving areas where the ride is so massive. It's more than 3,600 feet long, which is the longest water park ride on planet Earth to date. It's almost a 30-minute long whitewater raft ride, so it's extremely long. And the cool thing is, when you get to the bottom of the ride, instead of having to get out and go upstairs, we have a giant conveyor belt that we call an aquaveyor that you just literally ride up. It pulls you to the top like a roller coaster lift hill, and then you can do the ride over and over again. The other cool thing with this ride is there's 6 different beaches that you can get in and out of. So instead of walking between our different rides and attractions, now you can just sit in your tube and float. So it makes it a real fun day for everybody.
That is awesome. I've got to try it out. Where can we go to learn more about Schlitterbahn?
If you want more information with our prices and just what's going on, you could always visit our website, which is www.schlitterbahn.com.
That's awesome. Jeffrey, this is the 3rd year we've done it. Next year, we expect you to do it in a swimsuit.
Thanks, Con.
Well, after I do the Master Blaster this year, I'm going to lazy it on down on that Falls River and enjoy the longest water ride on the planet. Count me in. Now, when we come back, we're going to find out about the beads of life. Wait till you hear this inspiring story. It originates out of Uganda.
Yeah, all the money goes right back into Uganda. We know how far a dollar goes, and so we're really careful stewards. And so for every dollar that we earn, 72% of it goes right back to help impoverished people in Uganda change their lives.
So glad you got to check out that clip. But listen, we've got plenty more going on here at Get Connected, our TV show. My friend and I are going to give you a glimpse of all the fun, so take it away.
The sun shines bright as it moves across my face. I feel the light and everything is in its place. Oh, I woke up feeling great. Today was made for me, and life is good the way it should, the way it was meant to be.
Well, join us and we'll get you in the know. Check us out at Get Connected at contv.com and be part of the movement.